YouTube. What's up, baby? We back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're going to be talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 2 entitled Part 2. Alright? Now, if you've been in this channel before, you already know how we do it. We started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, now we on to the next one, right? So, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Episode 2, entitled Part 2. So for this one, we start off with Obi-Wan landing on the planet that he is trying, landing on a planet that he hears that Leia has been, taken to because she was kidnapped, right? So he's trying to track down the ship that Leia was in. As he's going amongst the people, asking people, hey, have you seen this girl? She got kidnapped, whatever it may be. He ends up seeing on the side, sitting on the side, he ends up seeing a clone trooper, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to see a clone trooper, I mean, it's not crazy to see a clone trooper, but it was played by the same dude that, is Boba Fett, so that was pretty cool, right? And then eventually he ends up running into this kid, and his kid tells him, hey, if you're looking for any help around here, I know of a Jedi for the right price. So, Obi-Wan goes to this Jedi at this point. And then we see the Jedi, and his name is Haja. And he's helping out this family to get safe passage out of this, this world, this planet, the town, I don't know. But he's getting them safe passage out of there. But he charges them a lot, you know what I'm saying? So when Obi-Wan is seeing the guy use his force and stuff like that, he's noticing something is a little off. So he ends up talking to the guy after he helps out the 2 family members. And we end up finding out that this guy is just a phony. Haja is not really a Jedi at all. He puts on these tricks, these parlor tricks to make people think that he's a Jedi, but he's not really a Jedi. But he does help people, get off planet, whatever it may be. But it's just at a high price, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, basically, Haja is like, you know what? I'll tell you a way to get to where you need to go to, you know what I'm saying? But, don't kill me. And so he tells Obi-Wan to go to the spice factory, and that's most likely where the girl is. So Obi-Wan sneaks into the spice factory, and he's close to finding Leia, but we come to find out that it's a trap. But we already knew it was a trap just because of the fact of who they're working for. They're working for the 3rd sister. So, the trap is sprung. Obi gets caught for a quick second, but then he ends up escaping. And then he continues to look for Leia, and then he actually finds her. Now, we see that the 3rd sister is on her way because she's been told that, hey, we got Obi-Wan here, you know what I'm saying? So she's on her way as Obi-Wan and Leia are escaping the spice facility. So Obi and Leia leave the spice facility, right, to escape. And then we see the 3rd sister gets confronted by the Grand Inquisitor, and he's like, look, like, you got this personal vendetta against Obi-Wan, and it's so important to you to the point where you kidnap, Princess Leia. Like, you shouldn't do that. You're drawing too much heat to us just to get Obi-Wan. Like, it's not worth it. And for her, it is worth it. But he's like, since you did do this and Obi-Wan is here, I'm the one that's gonna bring him in, not you. I'm gonna bring him in. So this doesn't, leave a good taste in her mouth, after he says that to her. And he tells her, to stand up, stand down, you're no longer needed. You did your job per se without us, giving you permission to do what you did. But now that everything is where it's set at, you need to go sit in timeout, basically. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then from there, we end up finding out that the third sister is actually a Jedi because in the midst of her talking to the Grand Inquisitor, he ends up telling her that, look, like, yeah, you're one of us, but you will always be lesser than us because of who you really are. You were once a Jedi that is now turned to an Inquisitor. You know what I'm saying? So um, we find it out. Maybe that has something to do with Obi-Wan, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, um, so what she does is now that, the Grand Inquisitor and the other two Inquisitors that are there as well are going to be looking for Obi, she doesn't want the Grand Inquisitor to take an Obi-Wan. She wants Obi-Wan for herself, right? So what she does is she tells all the people, she tells the space pirates to tell the people of that, town wherever they're in, to everybody now knows that she notifies everybody about Obi-Wan being there in that town first of all. And that's a big bounty, so everybody's going to be looking. And then also beyond that, she tells anybody that sees him to only report to her. So the Grand Inquisitors will be working, the Grand Inquisitor and the other two Inquisitors will be working to find him kind of alone, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody else that has eyes open will report to the third sister, Um, so, yeah. So, what ends up happening is Haja finds out about Obi-Wan now, like that the Jedi that he was talking to was Obi-Wan. So now he's like, I'm gonna go after him. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, the Inquisitors, the Grand Inquisitor and the Inquisitors end up finding out that the third sister did what she did, which is like, she ended up telling all the people of the town to only report that if they see Obi-Wan Kenobi, only report it to her. So now, now they're even more pissed off, you know what I'm saying, at the third sister. So anyways, as Leia is walking with Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's slowly earning her trust because she doesn't know who this is, you know what I'm saying? And, he does get to a point where he does earn her trust. And then she ends up seeing that he's wanted. And now that trust is gone. So she tries to run away from him. And, it just is making the scenario even harder now. But eventually Obi-Wan does get her back, and he does regain her trust. So Haja catches up to them, and he tells them. Haja catches up to Obi-Wan and Leia, right? But we don't know at this point if he can be trusted. You know what I'm saying? Because he said he was gonna help out, and then after eventually he found out that it was Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Jedi that he was talking to, he ended up trying to come after him. So it's like, is he coming after him to help, or is he coming after him to get him? Um. So, anyways, um, but we end up finding out that Haja does want to help Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he basically tells, um, you know, Obi-Wan and Leia to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Go to the transport that's going to get you guys out of here. I'll try to hold off the third sister. So the third sister ends up running into Haja, and he's not helping her with the information that she needs after she has the upper hand on him. So what she does is she's like, I'm not wasting no time. I'm just going to read your mind. And she ends up reading his mind. And from there, she ends up finding out that Obi-Wan and Leia are headed to this transport. So anyways, the third sister ends up catching up with Obi-Wan, but not exactly. Like she's in the same, like right there, you feel me? But she doesn't exactly see him just yet, you know what I'm saying? So since she's so close, Obi-Wan tells Leia, go into the transport, I'll be there in a second. If I'm not there, you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So she runs to the ship, and the third sister is talking to Obi-Wan because she knows he's in the same room as her, but she doesn't exactly know where he's at in the room. You know what I'm saying? So she's telling him stuff like, I've been looking for you. I've been waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just this, that, and the third. And then she ends up telling him that, Vader wants him. And he's like all in shock because he thinks that Anakin, which has now become Vader, he thinks that Vader's dead. So her saying that I'm here to get you for Vader, like, it just throws him off balance. You know what I'm saying? So he, like I said, he's shocked by what she said, him still being alive. So what ends up happening is the Grand Inquisitor catches up to the third sister in that same room that Obi-Wan Kenobi is, right? And he tells her that I can't risk a chance of losing Obi-Wan, so you need to back down. I'm going to show you how to do this. And then out of the blue, bro, she pulls out her lightsaber and kills the Grand Inquisitor. Stabs him right in the stomach, you know what I'm saying, or in the torso. Now, is he dead? I don't know. There may be some situation where maybe he's not dead, you know what I'm saying? But I think that he may be dead, bro. Which sucks because that's a Grand Inquisitor. Like, why, Like, I figured he'd be in the story a lot longer. So I'm hoping that he's not dead, but it did look like he died, bro. So when the third sister stabbed the Grand Inquisitor, this gave Obi-Wan the time that he needed to go run to the transport ship that Leia was in, and then them two leave off planet, right? So he escapes at that point. The third sister yells at him, "You can't run! You can't escape from him!" And she's talking about you can't escape from him. She's talking about you can't escape from Vader. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so what ends up happening is as he's on the ship, he's running through his head like, yo, like Vader is still alive, like Anakin is still alive, like, you know what I'm saying? He just still can't believe it. Leia sees him sitting there and just kind of like, bothered. And she's like, what happened? What's going on? Like, are you okay? Whatever it may be. And he just doesn't really answer her. He's just still kind of in a trance per se. And he says Anakin. And, because that's what he was thinking about. And when he says Anakin, we end up going to a different scene where we actually see, Darth Vader or Anakin in the bacta tank, and his eyes open up. And it's almost as if, like, he heard Obi-Wan say his name, you know what I'm saying? That's what it kind of seemed like, you know what I'm saying? So he opened up his eyes, and that was it for the episode, man. So looks like we're gonna be dealing with some Vader real soon, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it for the as far as the what happened, the premise of the episode. Three of my favorite scenes. The first one would be Obi-Wan in the Spice Factory. How he snuck in there. Him dealing with the space pirates without a lightsaber. You feel me? Like, it's cool to see him do this. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like some Mission Impossible type stuff. And then my second favorite scene would be the third sister killing the Grand Inquisitor. Now, the reason why it's part of my favorite scenes is because it was so shocking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that he's not dead. I hope that they use his character the right way because he's the Grand Inquisitor. I would expect the other Inquisitors to die before the Grand Inquisitor dies. But if he is dead, I guess that's how this goes. But just the shock value of, the third sister actually just stabbing the Grand Inquisitor. Like, look, like I'm taking an Obi-Wan Kenobi. You don't run this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy to see. Now, the third favorite scene would be seeing Vader open up his eyes after Obi-Wan Kenobi says Anakin. It just was a crazy scene because this is the first time we're seeing, Vader in this TV series. And I just like the transition of, Obi-Wan finding out that Vader is alive to him being so bothered once he's on the transport ship, getting out of there with Leia, mission complete, but still, he's still bothered, you know what I'm saying? And then him saying Anakin, and then the camera's panning over to where Anakin is in the bacta tank, sleep at first, then opens up his eyes like he heard Obi-Wan Kenobi say Anakin. Like, I just thought that was a really dope scene. But that would be three of my favorite scenes. For the grade for this, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Yes, the first two episodes have been pretty much slow burners, but it's to be expected because we're setting up for, a great story. So we gotta get these episodes that are full of information and revealing things like that. We got to get those out of the way so that we can get to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm figuring that the next 4 episodes are going to be, just on fire. So I'm not going to knock the grade down for it being 2 episodes basically where we're just kind of getting information, just getting the foot our foot back into the shoe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to trip on that. So I gave this episode a 9 out of 10. But yeah, man, that's it for this episode, man. If you saw the episode, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Do you like the way things are going? Do you hate the fact that, the first 2 episodes were slow burners? Or do you just appreciate the fact that we got this series, appreciate the fact that we're delving into what we're delving into right now, so that way the last 4 episodes of this series of season 1 for Obi-Wan Kenobi can just be all fire, you know what I'm saying? Let me know about that in the comments down below. Oh, do you think the Grand Inquisitor is dead, bro? Hey, and doesn't the third sister, bro, doesn't Shorty look like Lil Uzi Vert? Like, I swear to God, this Lil Uzi Vert's like mom or sister, or just maybe even him, bro. I don't even know. But yeah, let me know about that in the comments down below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Cali. Until next time.